you unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Cooper Corporation, how may I direct your call? Just a moment. Cooper Corporation.
Coffee coming through. Who ordered coffee?
With sugar and 2 creams.
Right here.
Thanks, Louie.
You got it. Coffee here.
Do you have any Danish this morning?
I got bran muffins, granola bars, and trail mix.
Oh, no. What happened to the Danish?
Mr. Cooper's orders.
Mr. Cooper, how come?
He's on a health kick. Says Danish is bad for you.
For the whole office?
Everybody on the floor. He wants more work out of you.
Oh, well. I suppose I'll have one of those granola bars. Is it chocolate coated?
K-Rob.
Sounds positively yummy. Guess I'll give it a try.
Hey, that's wrong, you know.
What is, McNulty?
Well, the pastries are bad for the brain. True, they're mostly sugar and starch, but so are muffins, huh? Granola bars? Granola bars have as much fat as 13 strips of bacon. Did you know that? And trail mix? Forget it! Forget it! There's so many calories in saturated fat, you might as well eat a tub of popcorn, huh? With butter! Well, if Mr. Cooper wants to improve productivity...
All I know is I got coffee with cream, cream and sugar, cream by itself, sugar by itself, or artificial sweetener. And that old favorite, all black. Take your pick.
Ah, diversification. Now you're on the right track. As I always say, you can't run a business standing still. A business has got to move. A business has got to progress. You think about that now.
Excuse me, I gotta progress through the office.
Yeah, so do I. We all do. A business has got to keep pushing, keep punching, keep prodding, keep moving forward. That's what a business has got to do. Now, you think about that.
Personally, I gotta get a drink of water. You coming, Gertrude?
Oh, yeah. I think I better go with you.
Ah, sounds good. Think I'll come along, too.
That's all right.
Hey, did you know that water is the most important part of a healthy diet? We're almost all water. I mean, our cells feed off of it, right? Hey, you see that suggestion box on the wall? I personally told Mr. Cooper to get better quality bottled water. Huh? But the chemicals they put in it these days, I mean, think about it now. It's a disgrace. Not to mention.
Submitted for your approval, or at least your analysis, one Patrick Thomas McNulty, who at age 41 is the biggest bore on Earth. He holds a 10-year record for the most meaningless words spewed out during a typical coffee break. And it's very likely that as of this moment, he would have gone on through life in precisely the same manner. A dull, argumentative big mouth who sets back the art of conversation at least 1,000 years. I say he very likely would have, except for something that will soon happen to him. Something totally unexpected that will considerably alter his existence and ours. You think about that now, because this is, after all, the Twilight Zone.
And now, the Twilight Zone, and our story, A Kind of Stopwatch, starring Lou Diamond Phillips, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
You can taste the impurities. We need clean air, too. HEPA filters, air ionizers, the whole bit, huh, you know? And these rooms need a new paint job while they're at it, you know? I mean, a nice, soothing color.
Come on, Angie. Let's go to the powder room.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because we got to keep this company on track. You think about it now.
We will.
McNulty,
Right here?
Mr. Cooper would like to see you.
Well, Well, you hear that, everybody, huh? Mr. Cooper would like to see McNulty, huh? And all because of that box right there. You know why Mr. Cooper wants to see McNulty? Because McNulty has been feeding him suggestions in that box for 11 months now. Did I say suggestions? Wrong word. Suggestions any clod can give, huh? But dynamic blueprints for the future only McNulty can give, huh? You just think about that.
Mr. Cooper's waiting, Mr. McNulty.
I don't suppose you'd be free for dinner, would you, huh? I was thinking we could, dine at some cozy little out-of-the-way place, nice and intimate, Then maybe a trip to Light Fantastic.
If I were starving to death and you were the last man on Earth and it meant whether I live or die, I might be. But I'm not, you're not, and it doesn't. So buzz off, Buster.
In here, McNulty.
Hi, Mr. Cooper.
Do you know what I've been doing for the last half hour?
You've been looking through the suggestion box. I knew it was going to happen one of these days, Mr. Cooper. I've been expecting it. You see, the thing of it is, it takes a very special kind of employer to recognize that one of his men has got it. And obviously, McNulty does.
Truer words, McNulty, have probably never been spoken here or anywhere else. I have just gone through the residue of the suggestion box covering the past 3-month period. Here is your suggestion dated March 13th. Make hot dogs flat so they can fit more easily into a hamburger bun.
Well, how about that? Now, you think about that now, Mr. Cooper.
Make tin cans square so they can be stacked together more easily.
Well, huh? Isn't that a guess? You think about that, too.
Put small pontoons in field packs of soldiers so that when they cross rivers, they can float.
That's worth $1 million as it stands, huh? I mean, that one little suggestion. You see, the soldiers, they go into the water in the cans. Well, the cans, they're full of air, see, so...
Mr. McNulty, the Cooper Corporation makes ladies' foundation garments. It has nothing whatsoever to do with hamburgers, hot dogs, tin cans, or national defense. Not a single one of your 340 suggestions, repeat, not one of them, has anything remotely to do with this company's product.
Right. See? I wanted to talk to you about that, too. What you ought to do is focus on new inventions for our customers.
Our customers?
Well, I've been doing some reading about pressure and leverage, the principles of engineering, and one of the greatest engineers of the 20th century was Howard Hughes. Why, did you know that he invented the cantilevered brassiere? Huh? He invented an undergarment that actually defied the laws of gravity, huh? Like a suspension bridge. And if it weren't for his little invention, nobody would have ever heard of Jane Russell. Huh? Did you know that?
I believe this company is well aware of the history of our product lines. And they don't have anything to do with 1940s movie stars or eccentric old recluses with mental delusions.
Exactly! The key to a successful business is diversification. More products for more kinds of customers. Now you think about that.
I have thought about it, McNulty. Now you think about this.
Yes, sir.
You're fired!
Another round, McNulty?
In a minute. I'm still working on this one.
Now ahead, Joe. Coming right up.
You know something?
Oh, here we go again.
With the long ball hitter, as opposed to the consistent clutch hitter with a big average, I will take the latter.
Well, that's very nice of you to tell us, McNulty.
Well, it's a fact that at no time has the home run leader in either league led the league in batting at no time, which should tell you.
Ted Williams won the batting championship and led the league in home runs in 1941, 42, and 47.
The exception to the rule? Think about that now. The exception to the rule.
You know something? My sister's got 5 kids, a 6'4" walk-up, a little bitty TV set, and an air conditioner that don't work. But I'll tell you what else it don't have. It don't have McNulty. Me, I'm out of here.
Like I was saying, it's the exception that proves the rule.
Let me ask you something, McNulty. How come you're in here so early tonight? You've been sitting here now for 3.5 hours.
Well, for the simple reason that I quit my job.
No kidding.
Yeah, I went into Mr. Cooper's office and I read him off. Just like that, you know, Cooper, I said.
Don't tell me, McNulty. You got canned.
Well, in a manner of speaking, you might say, well, yeah, we mutually agreed that I wasn't going to work there anymore. Let me ask you something. Wouldn't you think that after 1 year of putting suggestions in the suggestion box, after 1 whole year, I'd get noticed?
McNulty, you want to know something? Getting noticed and getting liked are 2 different things.
What do you know about it?
Nothing, McNulty. Not a thing. All I know is that every week of every month except Election Day, you come in here and drive everybody out of their skull walking on your lower lip. Now you think about that little thing, will you? For my sake.
Where's my other beer?
Right here.
Thank you, barkeep. If you don't mind, I think I'll find myself a nice, quiet table to sit at. Goodbye. Excuse me, my good man. Is this seat taken?
Is now.
So, what do you say, old-timer?
I say 54-40 or fight. I also say damn the torpedoes and full speed ahead. And on occasion, I have been known to say it takes a heap of living to make a house a home.
You want another one?
Thank you. I would consider it a kindness on your part.
One more over here, please. So, what's your name?
What's my name? Potts.
Potts?
Potts.
Oh, that's not such a bad name.
It is the one I was born with.
Seems to me there was a third baseman played for the Phillies 1 year. Seems to me his name was Potts. Let's see, it was Lou Potts, Frank Potts. Could it have been Bots?
No. Potts.
You paying, McNulty? Because this old rummy already gave me his last dollar.
This man is my friend. And I like a little respect from you while you're at it.
I bet you would, McNulty. And you getting respect from me would be about as easy as flagging down a cab on 46 and Broadway at 8 o'clock on New Year's Eve in the rain.
Here you go. So, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about baseball?
Well, it is a great American pastime, and I am so glad that Abner Doubleday saw fit to invent it. To your health, friend. And now, to show my appreciation for your generosity, I have something for you. Consider it a gift, a small remembrance of our friendship.
Ah, what is it?
It's an old family heirloom, a kind of stopwatch, you might say.
Why do you carry it around? I mean, you know, if it's just a stopwatch, it doesn't keep time, right?
That is a fact. But it's all yours nonetheless. Someday you might own a racehorse. Or you might want to run the 4-minute mile. Who knows? Now you've got a stopwatch to time yourself. I've been looking for someone to give it to. I myself am finally finished with it.
Goodbye, old pal. E pluribus unum.
Hey! Hey, you didn't finish your beer.
You done for the night, McNulty? There ain't no more ears in here you can bend. You bored 10 people to death, and you emptied this place faster than a smallpox sign.
Funny looking watch. Anyway. I hate to go home, Joe. I mean, geez, I already saw the picture on the Late Show. I mean, I even saw the one on the Late Show.
Hey, McNulty, do me a favor, would you? Whenever you get the thirst, go to some other bar.
Sometimes, I wish I was married, 'cause so I wouldn't have to go anywhere, You ever get that feeling, huh? I didn't work this thing. Pushing the button on the top.
And another thing about you, McNulty, you make me nervous. First you come in here, and then...
What? What's going on, Joe? Hey. Hey, Joe. Why ain't you moving, Joe? Joe, why don't you say something? I mean, it's like he was frozen. And what's with the TV? There was a game on. The guy started the pitch, and well, you look at that. The ball's just hanging there. Did the TV freeze up or something? Say, what is this? Something's going on. All I was doing was telling you about how bored I was, and then that crazy gleep gives me this watch here, and I push the button on it like this, and...
And you bore people to death. And then you start to make me so nervous my back itches. And...
Hey, I kinda like this.
Furthermore, it's getting so people don't stay very long in my establishment when you're around. You catch my drift? They stick their heads in, see you sitting here, and move on. In other words, you're costing me business, McNulty. Do I have to make it any plainer? So like I say, take it somewhere else, okay, pal? It's nothing personal.
I make you nervous? You don't suppose this watch here...
You know something, McNulty? You're the one guy who makes me wish they never repealed Prohibition.
And you know what I think, Joe? I think this watch is a very unusual one. That's what I think. A very, very unusual watch. Huh?
Hey, buddy, watch where you're going.
Sorry. Sorry, my good man.
Yeah, you should be.
Excuse me.
Begging your pardon, lady.
Officer, oh, officer.
Yes, ma'am?
That man over there, I think he's drunk.
Oh, he is he?
He bumped right into me. You can see the way he's staggering. He can hardly stand up. Oh, it's a disgrace.
Well, no, we'll just see about that. Hold on there, fella.
Yes, officer?
Had a little too much to drink, did we?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Not enough is more like it.
Why don't you just go home and sleep it off? You'll feel better in the morning.
Yes, of course. I'm on my way home now, as a matter of fact.
Walking, are you? I'd say you're in no condition.
You know, you're right, officer. I was just thinking about that.
Well, get along with you now.
Why should a man have to walk at all, right? He could fall down and get hurt. Now, here's an idea for you. you make the sidewalks out of rubber, huh? Think about that now, huh? No more injuries. You fall, you bounce right back up again. All the money the city could save. No more broken arms and legs to fix, while the hospitals would save millions. Not to mention the insurance companies.
I think I better call you a cab.
Okay. I'm a cab. You get it? You said I'll call you, and then I said, well.
No more kidding now.
Not at all. I don't want a cab. In the first place, it never stops for you, and in the second place, it takes too long on account of there's too much traffic in this city. In the first place, am I right or am I wrong? You tell me that.
I'm not telling you nothing. Now listen.
Hey! You know what they ought to do? Put in moving sidewalks, huh? That way, all a man has to do is stand in one place, not even use a single muscle, and before you know it, he's home. You think about that?
I'm serious. If you can't afford a cab, the subway's right at the end of the block. Now run along. Either that or I'll haul you in right now.
On what charge, may I ask?
Public intoxication. Plus you're making a real nuisance of yourself. Now quit flapping your lips and get a move on, you hear?
Of course I do, officer. I hear the wisdom of your words, and I have enjoyed this conversation immensely. A good evening to you, sir.
Just move along now.
Subway, huh? Well, I guess it's an okay way to get around for now. Of course, if anybody would listen to McNulty...
Hurry up, will ya?
Hey, well, what's the matter with this turnstile? I'm pushing, but it doesn't turn.
You gotta put a token in.
Oh. Yes, of course.
Next. How many?
What? Oh, yes, just one.
One token. Where's your money?
I don't have any small bills.
No money, no token.
But I have to get home.
Well, don't go trying to jump the gate or the guard will find you, but good. Next.
Come on, buddy.
Next.
Can't you just reach over and take a token off the top of that stack and hand it to me? See, nobody will notice. He's just a smart.
What's with that guy?
Of all the nerve.
I think there's something wrong with him.
Next person in line.
Wait, in that case, I may have a solution to this little impasse of ours.
Hurry up, will you?
It's just this switch here on top.
Oh, for crying out loud, now he's setting his watch.
Yes, you see, this is the button I pushed before. Now then. Well, what do you know? Looks like I don't need a token to get through the gate after all. I'll just climb over right under your nose, Mr. Security Guard. Huh? And when I'm safely aboard my train... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Why take the train at all? Why, when there are other modes of transportation available, other much more comfortable kinds. Now, I'll just click this stopwatch one more time. And all I have to do is wait till I see what I'm looking for.
You again. Thought you was getting on the subway.
Oh, I was, officer. I was. But, you know, it's much too crowded. I decided to take a cab after all.
Say, what are you trying to pull?
Why, nothing, officer. Huh? It's just that I thought of another way to get home.
You even got enough money for a cab? Or did you drink it all?
Money? what an old-fashioned concept. I don't really think that's necessary now. No, not necessary at all.
No?
No, not as long as I can stop a cab. Of course, that's hard to do on a corner like this.
Let's go. I think I better take you down to the station house.
But why bother, huh? I mean, as long as I can hail a cab. Let me show you McNulty's method. You watch, and you think about it now, okay? Taxi! There, yeah. I think I can see a cab now. That one, in the middle of the street. How nice of the driver to stop just for me. Hello there, driver. What, not speaking, huh? Well, let me see what I can do to fix that.
What? Hey, who are you? How'd you get in my car?
Never mind, I'm here now, aren't I?
Okay, where to?
Home, driver. Take me downtown by the shortest possible route, and you think about it now.
Sure thing.
Hey, have you ever thought about this? Ban cars completely, in the city at least, for starters. Helicopters. Now that's the future. Your private copters, okay? Each one big enough to hold one person. You think about the savings in gas, pollution, and traffic jam, not to mention police meter maids, no parking zones.
Anything you say, buddy.
Yeah, you see, all you do is you take some electric golf carts and you retrofit them with propellers on top, and you plug them in, you charge them up, and
Here you go.
now you think about what I said now. The only way to make a really comfortable car seat is to build it horizontal. Like those, what do you call them, luge guys in the Olympics, right? Right? Huh? See, that way you just lie down and you steer looking into a mirror, the same as a periscope. You think how low to the ground all the cars would be is a better center of gravity. It's much better. Plus, you can see across the street without having to strain your neck. And when it comes to getting out, all you do is you roll like in your bed, right? Now that would be a big improvement.
This here is it, mister. Far as I go. Think I'm gonna pack it in for the night.
Thank you, my good man.
That's $17.80.
How's that?
The fare. Make it $18 plus something for the wife and kids.
Now, you see, that's just my point. All that money, and for what? I say ban the internal combustion engine. Springboard shoes would work just fine. All we need is a company to manufacture a prototype.
You gonna pay me or talk me to death?
Neither, to tell you the truth. Do you have the time?
Huh?
The time. Here, let's have a look at my pocket watch, shall we? Have I told you about it yet? This is really a very unusual watch. A kind of, stopwatch. Literally. Allow me to demonstrate.
Don't try to con me. All I want is for you to pay up. If you don't, I'm calling this in. It's a violation of the city code to defraud.
There. Isn't that better? So much more restful. I think I'll go inside now and lie down. No, don't you worry about it. As soon as I get to my apartment, I'll open the window and hit the button on this stopwatch again, and you'll be on your way. And tomorrow morning, so will I. In fact, from the way things are going so far, I say that your friend and mine, the one and only Patrick T. McNulty, is going to be the life of the party. Yeah? You be sure to think about that now, won't you? Stand back, world. McNulty is walking through the universe. Yes, it is.
Good morning to you, listeners. We'll be bringing you the Eye of All News at 7:27.
Oh, forgot to turn the blasted alarm off.
But for now, here's an update from Weather Central. Some overcast this morning with scattered clouds this afternoon. And now, back to this morning's casual concert for the swinging set.
Wrong. There is nothing moderate about today, because today is the day that people start listening to McNulty. Unless it was some kind of dream. Now where is that crazy watch? Aha! Here! Alright, now let's give it the old test. My kind of town. Millions of people going to work, no imagination. But McNulty, now that's a different story. A man who's just full of ideas, so original, they don't have a word for him yet. But they will. If this thing works. Well, here goes. It's not a dream! It's not a dream, it's the goods! The real deal! This wonderful, gorgeous watch! I just push the button and everything stops. I mean everything! The whole world stops for me. Get ready out there. McNulty steps up to the plate, he swings, and he swats it clean out of the park.
There he is!
Oh, no!
Not McNulty again.
What's doing here?
Maybe he's gonna shoot up the place.
Morning, Angie.
McNulty?
You look lovely this morning, as always.
What's the suggestion this time? Because if you haven't got one handy, I've got one for you.
Yes?
Why don't you jump off a bridge?
Honey, baby, you don't mean that. Wait till you see what I got in my pocket. It'll put a dent in your eyeballs.
Try the Brooklyn Bridge at midnight.
You think about this now. You think about a stopwatch that, if somebody pushes it, everything stops in midair. Everything, huh? Huh? Think about that.
Without a life jacket.
McNulty, why don't you get lost? What's the point?
You see this little gimmick?
It's a watch, so...
So, last night, I'm sitting in Joe Pellucci's bar.
Figures.
We're talking about this and that, and this funny little gleep comes in and gives me this watch. Without thinking about it, I give it a push. This little button right here. And everything stops dead. Pellucci stops, the ball game stops, you know what else? Everything. That's what stops. You think about that.
No kidding. Joe Pellucci and the TV, too. Well, thanks for the entertainment. Now get out of here.
After I see Cooper. It's time to diversify.
Now you wait just a minute, McNulty. Mr. Cooper's in conference.
You bet he is. He's in conference with me.
I thought I fired you, McNulty. What are you doing back here?
Mr. Cooper, he barged right in. I couldn't do anything about it.
Well, if he barged right in, he'll barge right out again.
Hey, listen, Coop.
Coop?
You can't afford to fire me. This time, I got more than a suggestion. I got the goods. You figure out how this little doohickey works, and you got yourself all the money in the world.
McNulty, once more I remind you, we make ladies' foundations, nothing else. Did you hear me? Nothing else. Now I'll give you 15 seconds to leave this room, 25 seconds to reach the elevator, 45 seconds to vacate the building, and you may use that watch to time yourself.
Is that a fact? All right, then. I'll go. Just remember, you lost a fortune today. Why, that gleep didn't even let me show him.
McNulty, if you're not out of here in 1 minute, I'll call the police.
So, what am I waiting for? I'll show him anyway. I'll show you all.
Hello, operator. Get me.
Now, you put that phone down and come with me. That's right. In here. Right on Cooper's lap. How about that, huh? Nice coffee. Right in the middle of pouring it, huh? And you, hey, sweetheart. I like your typing. Don't your hands get tired up in the air like that, huh? Alright, so it's good for a laugh, maybe. There must be something else I can do with this thing.
Miss Hinckley, what do you think you're doing?
Who's up next?
Don't look now. It's the cleanup man. The guy could empty a baseball stadium, not to mention a bar. And if you don't spend 3 hours telling us how he'd run the Mets, he'll keep ootsing me about how I should run my own place.
Hey, Joe. Hey, you want to hear a good idea? Why don't you make a swinging door like in the movies, huh? Maybe change the name of the place, Palucci's Western Saloon. Hey, how about that?
Hey, McNulty, how about that? I'll have it done first thing in the morning.
Ah, that's great. Then every time I come in, I'll push open a swinging door and I'll think, I did this. Wait, whoa. You're not putting me on, are you, Joe?
McNulty, the only thing I'd put you on is a slow freighter heading for the other side of the world.
See ya, Joe.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Relax, boys. You're about to see something you ain't gonna believe.
Yeah, well, make it quick, huh?
With this little gizmo right here, I can stop trains, buses, planes, subways. There ain't nothing in this world I can't stop.
Yeah, what about your mouth?
I gotta pour myself a drink.
Watch this. All right, now, I'll move your beer over here and put yours in front of him. Let's see. How about if I undo your tie like this, huh? Oh, and Joe, over there. Hey, why, look, Joe, where's your glass now, huh? You're going to be pouring beer in your hand, huh? All right, okay. Here we go again.
Oh, what the...
Well? Huh? Well? Ah, come on now. What do you think about that, huh?
Think about what?
What, are you kidding? You didn't see what I just did?
Out of the way, McNulty. I want to make it home by the bottom of the 8th.
See ya, Joe.
Well, you done it again, McNulty. You emptied my bar. You drive more people out of saloons than Carey Nation.
Oh, I get it. Of course you couldn't see what happened. Of course you couldn't. How could you? You guys got froze. I'm the only one who sees what's going on. The only one. See? So I got the greatest conversation piece in the world, the greatest, and what does it do? It stops conversation.
Well, so it shouldn't be a total loss. You should order up. But drink it fast, will you? The combination of you, the hot weather, and my business recession is more than I can take for one day.
Hey, Palucci, look at me.
What are you, some kind of sadist?
Do you know what you're looking at? A jerk. A jerk, I'm telling you. A jerk, a nutsy. That's what you're looking at.
You want to stop there or go for double or nothing?
It's a fact. What do I want this thing for? I want to get a little notice, that's what. Well, let me tell you something, Palucci. When John D. Rockefeller got out of a car, why did people go up to shake his hand?
I'll bite. Why?
Because he had dough. That's why. Lettuce, the old Mizzou. J.P. Morgan walks into a bar. The head waiter almost breaks his neck trying to get a table ready. Why? I'll tell you why. Because J.P. Morgan was loaded. You think about that now. And you think about this. As of today, McNulty's gonna be loaded too. I'm gonna have a limousine drive me up here. I'm gonna have a chauffeur open the door. I'm gonna walk into this crummy joint of yours and buy about 18 rounds for everyone. Huh? And then, just for a laugh, I'll buy you a mortgage.
You don't mind if I don't hold my breath, do you, McNulty?
Palucci, old pal, take a good long look. The next time you see me, I'll be the new McNulty.
Why didn't you go the whole route and move to Honolulu?
Palucci, tonight I'll be able to buy Honolulu.
I'd like to make a deposit to my account.
You have to wait in line.
I want to cash this check.
All in large bills, ma'am?
Next customer in line.
Is this where I make a withdrawal?
Yes, sir. How much would you like?
Oh, I don't know. How much you got?
Sir?
I'll take small bills. Lots of them.
Just need your bank account number.
Right here. Oh, you want me to get them for you? Oh, sure. No problem. Well, let's see. Oh, a bag of 5s. And some 10s. And, some 20s while I'm at it. Yeah, let's see, that ought to do it. Oh, don't worry, folks, it's only money. It grows on trees. That's what it does, right? It grows on trees. For me. Might have to make a couple of trips, though. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. My watch! Well, it better be shockproof. Hey, start already, come on. Hey, what's the matter with this thing? Hey, everybody can start moving again, okay? All right, come on, here we go. Up, come on, let's go, come on, get with it. Hey, anybody know how to fix a watch? Come on, anybody, give me a little help here. Hey, everybody, it's me, McNulty, huh? Hey, Angie, where are you? Come on, you guys, you can wake up now. All right, it's just this little switch here. See, I'll get this thing fixed. It's no sweat, okay? Where's Mr. Cooper? He'll know what to do. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Cooper. Hey, what's she doing still sitting on your lap? I thought that was yesterday. Joe, please do something. Say something. Go ahead, insult me. Please, won't somebody do something? Or say something, hey, please! Don't anybody know where I can get a watch fixed? I'm begging you, please. Hey! Anybody! Please do something! Say something! Anything!
Mr. Patrick Thomas McNulty, who was given the gift of unlimited time, he used it and misused it, and now he's been handed the bill. Mr. McNulty, who now controls the earth and everything on it. From this point on, he will eat well, live well, and have everything at his beck and call. But the thing he wanted most, the thing that gave him the most acute hunger, his need for a sympathetic ear, this he will never have again. Tonight's tale of motion and the lack thereof, and a man named McNulty in a place called the Twilight Zone.
A Kind of Stopwatch starring Lou Diamond Phillips with Stacy Keach as your narrator was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and based on a script by Rod Serling. Heard in the cast were Rick Peoples, Mike Baccarella, Guy Burrill, Meg Thalken, Maggie Carney, Rich Komanek, Doug James, Carl Amari, Roger Wolski, and Irene Olson.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Where would I find the thimbles?
Well, you'll have to ask Mr. Armbruster, the floor manager. Over there, the man with the flower in his lapel.
Thank you.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Excuse me.
I'm in line here.
I know. I just have to... Sir?
Yes?
I'm looking for the thimbles.
The symbols?
No, you know, for sewing. The pretty little gold ones.
Well, that would be in gifts.
Oh, thank you. Which floor?
Is this dress on sale?
Yes, madam.
Oh, good. Can you help me?
The sales girl will ring it up for you.
Is gifts...
Mr. Armbruster to cosmetics.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Is it upstairs or down?
Mr. Armbruster, please come to the cosmetics counter.
One moment. I'm needed.
Is this the final markdown? Let's see. Yes, 40% off. I'll take it. Will that be cash? Charge. Oh, and can you gift wrap it for me? Well, certainly, ma'am. Customer service is downstairs. You take the elevator on your right. Would you push the button for me?
What?
The button. My arms are full.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get it for you.
Is this elevator going down?
I'm really not sure.
Such crowds.
I know.
It is hard to tell whether you're coming or going.
Oh, it's always like that this time of year.
I should have stayed home.
It's exciting, though, don't you think? All the colors, the displays. It makes you feel so alive.
I suppose.
Going up?
Actually, no. I'm looking for customer service.
Next elevator, ma'am. Going up.
Wait.
Yes?
Is the gift department upstairs?
That would be the mezzanine, miss.
Then I'd better get on.
Your good luck. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So do I. What about all those people?
Beg pardon?
I'm the only person on this elevator.
Miss?
Why didn't you let them on, too?
This is the express. The others are local this time of day.
Oh. I guess I'm not accustomed to such personalized service. My own private elevator.
A pleasure.
I hope it's in gifts.
What in particular were you looking for?
Thimbles.
Thimbles?
Gold thimbles.
Really?
You had them advertised.
And they would most likely be in specialties.
They would?
9th floor.
Oh. Somebody told me to look in gifts.
9th floor.
Thank you so much. Wait, there must be some mistake. No one's on this floor. I don't even see a salesperson. Wait!
Express elevator to the 9th floor carrying Miss Marcia White on a most prosaic, ordinary, run-of-the-mill errand to the specialties department looking for a gold thimble. The odds are that she'll find it, but there are even better odds that she'll find something else, too. Because this isn't just a department store. This happens to be the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone, and our story, After Hours, starring Kim Fields, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Wait, you can't leave me here. There's nothing on this floor, only empty counters, almost no lights at all. Why won't this button work? Now I have to wait till he comes back. Rude, that's what I call it. Hello? Is anyone here? Anyone at all?
May I help you?
Oh.
Is there anything the matter?
Where did you come from?
Come? From?
I didn't see you behind the counter.
Was someone helping you?
No, how could they? I don't think I'm on the right floor. In fact, I'm sure I'm not. You see...
Can I show you anything?
Why, yes. If you are Open, that is.
And what would that be?
Well, actually, I was looking for a gold thimble.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a gift from my mother.
I see. Gold thimble. Gold thimble. Oh, yes. I think we have just the thing.
You do?
Something you'll like. In fact, I'm sure you will.
But where? I don't even see any merchandise.
Down here, at the end of this counter. This way, please.
Oh, I see it now.
There. How about this?
It's all by itself in a glass case? Well, that does make it stand out very dramatic.
And in its very own little velvet box.
That's lovely.
Don't you adore it?
May I see?
It's 14-karat gold.
Really?
Quite distinctive, don't you think?
Do you have any others?
Only this one. But why look any further if this is the one you like? You do like it, don't you?
Yes, it's perfect. How did you know?
Let me write it up for you. Charge?
What?
Will this be a charge?
Oh, no, I'll be paying for it in cash.
As you wish.
It's easier that way, at least for me. Applying for credit, waiting to be approved. I never have enough time to go through all that. Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Do you want it gift wrapped?
Yes, please.
If you have the time.
On second thought, I'd better wrap it myself.
Of course. It seems that there's never enough time, is there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to ask. How much is it?
$22.80 plus tax.
Is that all?
Quite reasonable. It's our annual markdown sale for preferred customers.
How nice.
$25 even.
Here you are.
Perfect.
You know, this is so...
What?
So odd.
In what way, Marcia?
Well, you don't have any merchandise here in any of the displays except for this thimble. Except for the very thing I needed.
Is that so odd? We pride ourselves on catering to the discriminating shopper.
I'm not sure. The whole floor looks so empty. And all the cases... You called me Marcia.
Did I? I'm sorry. That was forward of me. I should apologize.
How did you know my name?
Aren't you a regular? I've probably seen you around the store.
No, you haven't. I've never been to this department before, and I certainly have never seen you.
Are you sure?
Look, I don't want to make a big thing out of this, but really, what kind of place is this?
What do you mean?
I mean, I go shopping, and I want just one small item, a gold thimble, and I end up in this store on a floor where there isn't anything in evidence except the item I'm looking for. Now, you may be more sophisticated than I am.
Not at all.
But I'd call that odd.
Here's your purchase.
Well, don't you?
Please come again. Anytime. The elevators... But of course, you remember where it is.
Yes. Yes, I do. Thank you. Why won't it come?
Oh, Miss White.
What did you say?
I was wondering.
What?
Are you happy?
Am I happy? You'll have to forgive me, but it's really none of your business.
Is that so?
Why are you smirking?
Was I?
You are. You're laughing at me.
I didn't intend.
Is this all a practical joke, one that no one's bothered to let me in on?
Not at all.
Then explain why you know my first and last name. I didn't give you a credit card or show you my ID.
As I say, we must have met before, somewhere.
And where would that be?
I'm sure I don't remember.
And why the personal questions? Am I happy? What does that mean?
I was making conversation.
But what business is it of yours? What possible interest could my life hold for you?
Very well, Miss White. Suit yourself. It's none of my business, then, as you say. I believe your elevator's here.
Going down.
What'd she think was so funny?
Pardon?
Nothing.
Did you find what you were looking for?
As a matter of fact, I did.
Excellent.
Also, as a matter of fact, it was the only thing for sale on that floor.
You don't say.
Somebody ought to hire an efficiency expert or something.
Oh, dear.
One entire floor devoted to the sale of a single gold thimble. And an extremely odd sales lady. Somebody ought to look into her while they're at it.
Odd, you say?
You don't believe me? See for yourself.
A very nice choice.
Wait, this is scratched. I didn't notice. I can't send this to my mother. It's scratched terribly and dented, too. You see here?
Main floor.
Just look at this thing. It's scratched and it looks like somebody stepped on it.
Main floor.
Sit down, Mr. Armbruster. You make me nervous.
But I'm only trying to explain.
Can't we cut through all this? You're in charge of the floor. You're supposed to handle any problems. I have a department store to run here.
I know that, Mr. Sloan, sir. I distinctly told her that...
What's your point?
That all the gold thimbles we have would be in gifts. And that if the item is in its original packaging, we would make good on it, either by replacement or refund. I distinctly told her that, Mr. Sloan.
Then what's the problem, Mr. Armbruster?
The problem is that the customer claims she didn't get the item in gifts. She got it in another department.
Then have her go to the department where she purchased the item. You know the policy.
Oh, that's the point, Mr. Sloan. She has some idiotic story about having purchased the gold thimble on the 9th floor.
9th?
That's what she said over and over again.
I trust you explained to her, Mr. Armbruster, that this store doesn't have a 9th floor?
I tried, sir. Lord knows I tried. Mr. Sloan, believe me, I have tried desperately, and I really mean desperately, to acquaint her with that fact. But she insists she was taken up to the 9th floor, waited on by a rather odd woman. An odd woman, no less. A personality trait she would be particularly knowledgeable about. Well, at any rate, a woman who allegedly waited on her...
Never mind, Mr. Armbruster. I'll talk to her.
Thank you, sir. She's right outside. Miss White?
Oh, there you are.
This is Mr. Sloan.
How do you do?
He is the manager of the entire store.
Hello.
Perhaps I can help you, Miss White.
I hope so.
I'll do my best.
It's about this thimble.
Let's have a look at it, shall we?
It's dented.
Oh, my.
And scratched. See here?
Well, now it most assuredly is. If you'll simply take it back to any register in the gift department, we'll be happy to replace it with merchandise of equal value or issue a credit. If that's all...
Mr. Sloan, I've already explained to your Mr. Armbruster here. I didn't purchase this in the gift department.
Where then?
Now it begins.
I was taken up to the 9th floor.
Taken?
If I may interrupt you right there. That's what's so difficult to understand, Miss White.
What is?
You see, we don't have a 9th floor.
But that's ridiculous.
As long as I've been with the store, which, by the way, is a considerable number of years...
A considerable number.
Well, I know what I know, Mr. Sloan. There's an old saying, those who were there know more than those who weren't. And I was taken up to the 9th floor, definitely. There's no question in my mind. I saw the numbers flash by, and then the elevator operator opened the door.
Taken by whom?
The express operator. And after that, he took me down again to this floor.
Express, did you say?
Yes, the express elevator. And I was waited on by a very odd woman.
Is your receipt in your bag?
My receipt? I didn't get a receipt.
You see?
I paid cash. I gave the woman a $20 bill and a $5 bill. Then I was given the thimble in this little velvet box here.
It doesn't look like one of ours.
Then I took the bag and...
From the odd woman.
She was odd. Anyone would say so.
Can you be more specific?
She had a very chic, tailored suit with her hair tied back tightly in a sort of bun. She seemed to know exactly what she was doing, so I'm sure she's also been with your company for a considerable number of years.
And her name was?
I don't know.
You see?
I didn't ask.
All our employees are required to wear name badges, like Mr. Armbruster here. So all you'd have to do is glance at the lapel.
Voila.
And there's the name.
I honestly don't think she had one. No, I'm sure. Just the tailored suit with a plain neckline, no jewelry.
If you could give me something more to go on.
I'm trying.
Otherwise, without a proper receipt, I'm afraid...
Like that woman.
Which?
She looked exactly like that woman over there.
Where?
Standing by the designer collections. The same outfit, same color.
That's one of our newest designer suits. It hasn't even been put in the window yet. How did she...
Wait.
Yes?
It not only looks like her, it is her.
It is?
The woman. The one who waited on me. She's standing right there. See her?
Well, this will settle it then.
Yes, it most certainly will. Miss, I wonder if you'd mind...
She can't hear you.
Mr. Armbruster, would you kindly ask her to come over here?
With pleasure. Excuse me. Sorry. If you'll kindly step aside, I have to... You? Do you work here? I said...
May we have a word with you, madam? This customer says she purchased a gift item from you earlier today.
She refuses to answer.
If you'll face me, please. My name is Sloan, and I'm the manager of this store. Where is your ID badge?
I told you she won't answer. She is not from any of my departments. My salespeople are all trained to be courteous, responsive.
Are you deaf? Turn around and let me see your name.
Oh, no.
You still say this is the one who waited on you, Miss White?
What in the world?
What's the matter with you, Armbruster? Leading me on a wild goose chase. This is a mannequin.
No, I could have sworn.
Of course it is. I knew that all along. A small jest, sir.
A very small one.
Only a mannequin, dressed for display in ladies' couture. Why, what do you say now, Miss White? A dummy. Not a sales girl at all. A mere dummy.
Armbruster, what are you doing in ladies' lingerie?
Sir, I'm waiting to see if our favorite customer, alleged customer...
Miss White? You mean she's still here?
In the ladies' lounge.
I thought I told you to show her the door.
She didn't feel well. She wanted to lie down. I thought it best to accommodate her. You never know about these crazies. Lawsuits, insurance claims...
Oh, all right. Let her rest. But send someone in to see how she's doing. It's almost 6 o'clock.
Yes, sir. Miss Keever?
Yes.
Well?
Mr. Armbruster?
Well, how is she?
Oh, Miss White. She'll be all right, Mr. Armbruster. She was feeling a bit faint. That's all.
What about this delusion of hers?
Delusion? I really don't know, sir. We didn't talk much.
Well, go in and talk to her now.
I think she may have gone to sleep on the couch.
Wake her up, then. Get her on her feet. We'll be closed in a few minutes, and I want her out of here. Post haste.
Oh, I'll see what I can do. As soon as I ring up the sale,
Now, Miss Keever.
Yes, sir.
Tell her we're closing. She can come back tomorrow, and we'll get her a replacement on her merchandise, or a refund, or anything she wants.
I'll tell her, sir.
What I'd like to give her is a bus ticket to any department store west of Cleveland. Preferably one in Chicago, Los Angeles, or Honolulu. Miss Keever, did you hear me? Closing time.
Yes.
May I come in?
Oh, yes, of course.
How are you feeling?
Better. I must have dozed off.
Oh, that's all right. You looked like you needed it. Mr. Armbruster wants to know how you are.
I feel like such a fool. He must think I'm insane.
No, he doesn't.
He and that manager and everyone else.
Nobody thought anything. You just had a bad shopping day. I see it all the time.
You know, it's strange. I didn't really. You had what I came for, but everything went wrong when I got on that express elevator and the operator suggested...
Now, which elevator is that?
Next to the regular ones. You know, across the aisle along the wall.
Well, I have to tell you, I worked here all year, and And we don't have an express elevator. If we did, everyone would try to use it.
Then I am out of my mind.
Oh, it could have been the freight elevator, I suppose, except...
Except what?
Well, there's no operator on the freight elevator.
And you're going to tell me there's no specialty department?
Where's that?
You've never heard of the 9th floor either.
I am sorry. They do have a floor just for storage, but I've never been there. Look, why don't you just go home and forget all about this?
Have you ever had one of those dreams where you just can't wake up?
Every day. Mr. Armbruster... No, I shouldn't have said anything.
Go ahead, you've listened to all my troubles.
Well, it's just that... Well, I don't mind the job. Decent hours, great benefits, paid vacation.
But what? Is there something about the store?
No, not exactly.
There's something odd about it, isn't there?
Oh, it's the way Mr. Armbruster treats us. Have you ever worked retail?
Isn't that odd? Really odd.
Well, what is?
Do you know, right here, right now, at this moment, I'm not sure. I have this feeling that there are things I can't remember, but I don't know what they are. But of course I couldn't then, could I? It's only logical. Does that sound crazy?
That you can't remember? Well, did you fall and hit your head?
No, nothing like that. You were telling me about Armbruster.
Oh, well, I don't think he sees us as human. Oh, not just me. Any of us. The customers, too. We're objects. We stand at our stations or line up or whatever it is. But as far as he's concerned, we don't have feelings or lives. We're not real.
Like the woman who sold me the thimble.
Now, which one?
That's just it. She wasn't a woman. Oh, listen to me. I think you're right. I'd better go home and get some rest.
Well, can I call for a cab? It's no trouble.
Don't bother. I'll walk.
Is it very far?
I don't think so.
What's your address?
My address?
Okay, I am off in a few minutes, and I have got my car.
Oh, that's not necessary, really. Just let me stay here for a minute more. I'll put on my shoes.
Peggy?
Yes?
You've got a customer waiting.
Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Miss White, don't worry about Armbruster. You know what I think? In his mind, he's some kind of little king or something, and this is his castle. And we're all his prisoners, or at least as long as we're here. But a few more minutes, and I'm off the clock. Look at it this way. You're one of the lucky ones.
I don't feel very lucky.
Well, think about it. You can walk out of here anytime you want to.
But why can't I remember my own address? Oh, why am I so tired?
The store is now closing. All customers who wish to make a purchase, please go to the nearest register.
Excuse me?
Yes. Oh, hi. You feel better?
A lot. Thank you so much. And for the talk.
Sure you can make it okay?
Oh, I'm sure. I just wanted to ask you, which is the way out? I think I got turned around somewhere.
Okay, now that way. See the elevator at the end of the aisle?
I don't need an elevator. Just point me to the nearest exit.
Well, you still have to take the elevator.
Why? We're on the first floor, aren't we?
No, not quite. The second.
Oh. I really am turned around.
Well, everybody has to take the elevator. The escalator's not working. Oh, you could take the fire stairs, but they're kind of spooky.
No, thank you. The elevator's fine.
Okay, then. I will see you next time.
I honestly don't think there'll be a next time. Not in this store. Good luck to you.
Well, you too.
This is the last call. The store is now closing.
Mommy, come on. These elevators take so long.
My feet hurt. It's these shoes.
Got some slippers for my husband, a shirt for my nephew, and a new dress for myself. I splurged.
Here comes the elevator.
Watch your step. Please move all the way to the back of the elevator. Going down?
Yes, I am.
Have to wait for the next one. This one's full.
Oh, all right.
Hurry up, please.
Going down.
Yes, please.
Step into the elevator.
But why is it so dark? Did your light fixture burn out?
Step in.
Wait, aren't you the operator from the other elevator?
All the way to the back.
You are. I just saw you in the elevator on the right. How did you...
I said, step in.
I won't. It's completely dark. I can't even see the floor.
That's because there is no elevator in this shaft.
What?
Going down now.
Let go of me! What? What happened to the lights? I'm still in the lounge. Oh my God, I must have fallen asleep again. Oh, what an awful, awful dream. Hello? Hello, is anybody there? Empty. Then the store must be closed. That means... I'm locked in. Please, someone, anyone. There. You. Yes, you, Mr. Security Guard. Oh, please, over here. Look over here. Yes, here. I'm locked inside the store. He must have a key. Of course he does. Of course he does. Here he comes. He'll unlock the door and I'll go home. Just go home and like the girl said, forget all about this. And... No! He can't see me with the lights off. Use your flashlight! He can't hear me. Come back, please. Please. Oh, please. Can anyone help me? Anyone? Help me. Somebody, please, please. Help me. The window won't break. It won't, no matter what I do. Who's there? No. What do I do? Where do I go? I'll hide. That's it. I'll hide. He won't find me. Whoever he is, where? Men's department. No, not that way. Toy department, yeah. Yes, that's a good place to hide. Behind these boxes. If I can squeeze down.
Hi! Want to play? Bet you can't catch me! Want to play? Bet you can't catch me! Catch you!
Oh, thank God. Hi. Oh, you don't know how glad I am to see you. You're the express operator, aren't you? Sure you are. Remember me? You took me up to the 9th floor today just a few hours ago. And now I'm locked in. I guess we both are. Do you know the way out of the... Hello? Can you hear me? I said You're not real either. You're a mannequin.
Who do you think you're fooling, Marcia?
Come on, dear. Climb off it.
You remember, Marcia?
You know who you are.
We do.
We do.
We do.
A payphone. Yes. Where's my purse? I don't have any change. Help! Someone, please! The elevator has to be working. The real elevator. Please. Please come. Hurry. Any floor, I don't care. Move, move. 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not this one. Wait, not the 9th floor.
So, you finally come back.
What do you want from me?
Well, Marcia, dear, you'll forgive an observation, but you're acting like a silly child.
Who are you?
Can't you see? Come into the light.
You're not real. You're not even the model for that mannequin in the women's department. You are the mannequin. That's all you ever were.
Only?
Are you sure?
Take a good look.
You know us.
You're all dummies, dressed up in department store clothes. What are you doing here?
Come now, Marcia. Think. Concentrate.
And why am I...
Remember now? All of us will try and help you. We want to help you. We'll help you concentrate.
Stay away.
Remember now? Is it coming back to you?
Stay away from me, I said.
Come on, Marcia. You can do it. We know you can. We have faith in you.
What? That's odd.
Is it really, dear?
I don't know, but suddenly I do seem to
Remember?
She remembers.
Of course she does.
She couldn't forget us.
She didn't forget.
We knew you'd be back.
You did?
We've been counting on it.
Then I must be...
Say it.
One of you too.
There. Was that so hard?
No.
Of course it wasn't. Why should it be?
Yes, that's what I am. One of you, and this is my address, isn't it? It's where I live.
Good girl.
And it was my turn to...
Go ahead. Say it. Your turn to leave us for a month.
Becoming much clearer now, isn't it?
You left us last month to live with the outsiders.
But you were due back yesterday, and you didn't show up.
And you know, Marcia, that's selfish, my dear. All of us wait our turn, and then when it comes, we simply do not overstay. It was my turn, starting last night. I'm one day delayed already.
Of course. Of course. I'm sorry. I forgot. When you're on the outside, everything seems so normal. As if it will go on forever. As if...
As if what, Marcia?
As if we were like the others. Like the outsiders.
like the real people.
Well, my dear, no serious harm done. And now, I'll see you all in a month. Take care of yourselves.
We will.
Have a nice time.
Enjoy yourself.
See you in 30 days.
Did you enjoy it, Marcia?
What?
Your turn.
Oh, yes.
Was it fun?
Yes, ever so much. Ever so much fun. Tell us about it.
Please?
I want to know.
Did you get to wear what you like? Eat and sleep? Have a normal life?
Were they nice?
What did you see?
You don't have to talk anymore now. There'll be plenty of time later. Time to tell us all about it. But for now, welcome back, Marcia.
Good morning, Miss Keever.
Morning, sir.
Ready to set a new sales record?
Oh, yes, sir.
Splendid. I see the very irritating Miss White finally made it out of the store.
Well, I guess so, sir. I didn't see her go.
Well, good riddance to her and her little golden thimbles.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Where can I find, well,
Speak up.
ladies' undergarments?
Right here. Miss Keever will help you.
Are you Armbruster?
Mr. Armbruster. And you are?
Maintenance department. I got another dummy for you. Where do you want it?
On the pedestal in the window. As soon as it's properly dressed, of course.
Right.
Hold on.
Yeah?
Is that a new model?
Don't ask me.
For a moment there, that is, reminded me of someone.
Hey, right.
Someone I believe I've seen in the store. I can almost place her. Oh, well, I'm sure it doesn't matter. I have much more important things on my mind.
Setting her up over here, Mr. Armbruster.
Marcia White, in her normal and natural state, a wooden lady with a painted face, who 1 month out of every year takes on the characteristics of someone as normal, as much flesh and blood as you and I. But it makes you wonder, doesn't it, just how normal are we? And who are the people we nod our heads to as we pass on the street? A rather provocative question to ask, particularly in the Twilight Zone.
The After Hours, starring Kim Fields with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was written for The Twilight Zone by Rod Serling and adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison. Heard in the cast were Taylor Miller, Doug James, Rich Komanek, Turk Muller, Linda Ryder, Guy Burrell,
You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone.
Go out for a pass. Okay. Fumble.
Let's see now, Fairfield, excuse me, boys.
Hey, mister, get out of the way. Yeah, we're playing football.
Surely, but first, that is, if you don't mind.
Huh?
Could you direct me to Yancey Street?
What do you want to know for?
Well, I've never been to that particular neighborhood, and,
How come you're carrying that thing?
Oh, this is the Hercules Mark IV, the finest device ever made for hearth and home.
What is it? Some kind of an invention?
Why, yes, as a matter of fact, a new breakthrough in home hygiene. It removes dust and dirt that you can't see with the naked eye. It comes complete with a laboratory-grade filter and an extension hose.
You mean a vacuum cleaner?
No, nothing so prosaic.
Yeah, it is. And you're a salesman. You better stay away from my place. My dad hates salesmen. Mine, too. He'll suck you in the jaw. The last guy that came around...
If you could just point the way to Yancey Street.
Over there, by the park. But don't stop at my house neither. My mom will kick your butt.
Yeah, of course. Okay, bye.
guy was weird. Yeah, with his little hat. Haha, what a loser.
Oh, here we are. Yancey Street. May as well try the first apartment.
Yeah?
Madam, may I have a word?
Who are you?
My name's Dingle. I have something for you.
You a process server?
No, ma'am. I'm here to,
Social worker?
No, not at all. I merely,
A cop?
No.
You said you wanted to give me something?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, you can come in, I guess, for a minute.
Lovely place you have here.
Yeah, sure it is.
Now then, I have the most amazing thing to show you.
That it?
Yes.
Looks kind of like a big tin can with knobs and wires.
Now, I'll just plug it in. Now, pretend, if you will, that this rug here is your brain, and this dirt...
What are you doing?
This dirt is all the messy thoughts in your head.
You threw dirt on my floor?
Now, watch what happens when I turn on the Hercules Mark IV. All that filth goes away in a flash.
It's better.
See? Suck, suck, suck. Gone, gone, gone.
Get that thing out of my house.
Well, if you wish, but first I'd like to tell you about...
What's going on in there?
It's a crazy man. He spilled dirt all over, and then he...
Say, pal, what are you trying to pull?
I was just demonstrating...
You a salesman?
Well, you might say...
Well, take your crap and get moving.
It's just one question before I go.
What's that?
I don't suppose, that is, you wouldn't care to purchase one of my vacuum cleaners by any chance, huh?
Get out now!
You know, we have easy time payments.
Look at him! I told you, mister. My old man don't like salesmen.
Thank you. Thank you both very much. Now, I think I'll just try the next block over.
Well, Callahan, you heard the man. He says he's not going to pay, so that's that.
Yeah, you want me to pay on a bum call?
Where I come from, a bet's a bet.
You saw the play. The umpire's blind.
Look, you shouldn't have took the bet. I set the odds and you took them. All I want is what's coming to me.
Oh, hello, Mr. Dingle. The usual?
Oh, not quite yet, Mr. O'Toole. Just allow me to sit here and collect my thoughts.
Uniquely American institution known as the Neighborhood Bar. First up is Mr. Anthony O'Toole, proprietor, who waters his drinks like geraniums, but who stands 4 square for peace and quiet and booths for ladies. Then Mr. Joseph Callahan, an unregistered bookie whose entire life is any sporting event with 2 sides and a set of odds. His idea of a summit meeting is any dialogue between a catcher and a pitcher with more than 1 man on base. And the citizen who wants his payoff is every anonymous bettor who ever dropped rent money on a horse race, a prize fight, or a floating crap game, and who took out his frustrations and his insolvency on any vulnerable fellow barstool companion within arms and fists' reach. And Mr. Luther Dingle, a vacuum cleaner salesman whose volume of business is roughly that of a valet at a hobo convention. He is a consummate failure at almost everything. But soon, 2 visitors from outer space will arrive on the scene and alter the destiny of Luther Dingle by leaving him a legacy. In just a moment, a sad-faced punching bag, who missed even the caboose of life's gravy train, will take a short constitutional into that most unpredictable region, the one we refer to as the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone, and our story, Mr. Dingle the Strong, starring Tim Kazurinsky, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Don't give me that, Callahan. I told you before, I don't pay off on a bum call.
3 umpires called him out. I called him out. 11,000 fans called him out. Final score, Pittsburgh 3, Dodgers nothing. You and me got an even bet. I got the Pirates, hence you owe me $5.
I know a bum call when I see one. That ball was foul when it hit it.
It don't matter what you think you saw.
So instead of an out, it was a foul ball. Who's to say he wouldn't have got on base? So that after the single, he would have scored a run, and like that.
You're dreaming.
And furthermore, Callahan, you're a low-down, cheating insult to American bookiedom.
I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to take back that innuendo.
Callahan, I told you once before already.
Told me what?
You start a brawling here again, and I'll fix that mouth of yours so from now on you'll be doing all your drinking through a tube stuck in a vein.
Me? I give you trouble?
You heard me.
Tell it to the #1 welcher of all the western states over here. This guy still owes me money for the fight.
Yeah. Mainly on account of that was a bum call, too. And I don't pay off on bum calls. Hey, Dingle.
Yes?
You remember that fight? The champ's out of the ring, and the ref gives him a long count, like everybody in the room could have gone out for a beer, engaged in some small talk, and then come back and still sat down before the ref is finished counting. Now, how about that? I'm asking you.
Me?
Yeah, you. How about that?
You're asking Dingle?
I sure am. I'm asking him.
Well, I don't know.
You see the game on television last night?
Well, as a matter of fact, I did watch it. Yes.
There you go. Now we'll settle this.
You talk about bum calls. 9th inning, batters up with 2 down, and we got a man on first and a man on second, and this umpire with no pupils in his eyes calls a foul ball and out. You see that?
I believe I did see that particular play.
Then you tell him. You just tell him what you saw. Yeah, go on.
Exceptional defensive play. Abner Doubleday would have been proud.
Never mind Abner Doubleday. I leave it up to you. Was that a foul ball, or was it an out?
Well,
yeah?
Come on over to the bar, Dingle, and I'll buy you a drink. Refresh your memory.
I'll pay for it.
Put your money away, both of yous. This one's on the house.
Okay, take your time.
Say it. Say what you saw.
Well, it did appear to me...
Yeah?
It appeared to me that the ball was in safe territory.
Appeared?
Consequently, upon striking the ground and then hitting the batter, the rules would very clearly indicate that the batter was out.
You heard it!
You realize, of course, pal, that you're calling me a liar. Now, I ain't an unreasonable man, so I'll give you one more chance.
All right.
Was that a foul, or was it an out?
Well, as I say, it's my considered opinion.
Here's what I think of your opinion.
Hey, that's enough. Back off.
What happened?
Here, Mr. Dingle. Let me help you.
Oh yes. Thank you very kindly, Mr. O'Toole.
How come you always got to hit Dingle? You hit him last week. You hit him the week before.
A man can only stand so much. I'm tired of this guy contradicting me. And when somebody calls me a liar, there's my honor to consider.
Your honor? You've got nothing but larceny in you, all the way from your arches to where you part your hair. And when you die, they're gonna have to screw you into the ground.
How about that, Dingle? Is that true? I'm crooked? I leave it to you, buddy. Am I crooked?
Well...
Hey, Dingle, just once. Why can't you just be neutral?
Well, that's an interesting question.
Watch what you say, Dingle. I got money riding on this.
You are sure we are invisible?
Beyond any doubt.
This represents a typical gathering place for Earthmen?
From the coordinates, yes.
Did you ever see such primitive-looking creatures?
Typical Earthmen.
And I say that anybody tells me Philadelphia had any right to win the pennant that year is out of their green grass mind.
You're blind as a bat, and you're stupid, too.
And furthermore, if you're going to sit there and tell me...
Look at the record books.
What?
I rest my case.
Not entirely typical. The one in the middle with the hat and peculiar neck adornment.
In Earth terminology, I believe it is called a bow tie.
He appears to have suffered physical damage.
At the hands of his fellow humans? Appalling.
This might be the perfect specimen.
Does that compute?
The very one we're looking for.
Silence. I'm receiving his brainwaves now.
Awaiting confirmation.
His name is Dingle. He's an abject coward. He doesn't even possess the minimum musculature for survival on this planet.
Decidedly a sub-physical type.
A genetic throwback.
I believe we have found our subject.
You intend to give him the additional strength?
We have not found anyone weaker, have we?
Negative.
This one will make an exceptional subject. I estimate 11 additional cyclograms atomic weight. That should make him approximately 300 times as strong as the average human.
Yes, that will suffice. Contact the mothership. Tell them we have picked a subject. They may begin observing him in 60 Earth seconds.
Confirmed. Adjust settings.
Check.
And prepare to let him have it.
Look, Dingle, you don't gotta answer this guy at all.
What do you mean?
Just 'cause he don't happen to like the Phillies.
Let him tell me. He's got a brain, don't he?
Of course he does.
You got a point of view, don't you, Dingle? All right, let's get historical. You follow the game, you know the stats. What did you think of the Phillies back in, say, 53? That was a big year.
The Phillies in 1953?
That's right. You tell me, for example, if you think Robin Roberts was one half the pitcher that Labine was that year.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, of the two, I'd be inclined to take Roberts.
You heard the man.
Buddy, why all the time you gotta fight me? Now let's run through this one more time. You say that Robin Roberts had more stuff than Clem Labine?
To be perfectly honest and candid, as to the two men, as good as they both were, all things being equal...
So come on already.
Hey, let the man talk.
Who do you pick?
Roberts?
Oh!
I'm telling you guys for the last time. You pull any more rough stuff around here, and I ain't gonna let you in that front door. Now look what you've done to this poor little fella.
He's coming around.
How do you feel, Dingle?
Clem Labine was definitely superior.
You see? All I'm doing is helping him see things clear.
What was that?
What was what?
I don't know, but I definitely felt something for a second just then.
How you doing? You all right?
Definitely Clem Labine.
All the same, I think you better go on home.
Well, if you insist. But I feel quite well. Quite remarkably well, in point of fact.
Here's your vacuum.
Oh, very kind of you, but I can carry it.
Dingle, do you mind, a word of advice?
Oh, no, not at all.
Look, there's some guys in this world that are, they're going to get punched in the nose no matter who they pick in a ball game, or who they vote for, or the color of the tie they put on in the morning.
I quite agree, O'Toole, though I've always thought polka dots were quite stylish, personally.
Yeah, well, look, you're one of those guys, Dingle. So, you know what I think you ought to do from now on? Don't talk. Just nod. If a guy asks you who you like in the third race, you just smile at him.
Okay.
If somebody asks you who you're voting for, you just nod.
Okay.
And if you're sitting in the bleachers for a doubleheader and you hear some guy yelling for the Dodgers, you don't go yelling for the Pirates. You just leave your seat and you go get a hot dog. You understand, Dingle?
I believe so. A word to the wise and so forth, huh? Very considerate of you, Mr. O'Toole. I'll definitely give the concept further thought.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Well, that's odd.
What is?
I feel so funny.
Funny how?
Oh, nothing. I'm sure I'm fine now, but for a moment there, it was as if something passed over me or through me, and I heard a high-pitched sound. Very odd. Did anyone else hear it?
I can't say as I did.
What's he talking about now?
Oh, well. No, what do you suppose caused that?
Caused what?
Well, this vacuum cleaner feels light as a feather. Not that the machine isn't light. It happens to be one of the lightest on the market.
Give me a break.
No, it's a handy-dandy Jim Cracker A1 piece of merchandise, guaranteed to lighten the labor and lengthen the life of that wonderful partner in the American home, the housewife. But I've never noticed it was this light.
Hey, see you, Dingle.
What the?
Did you see that? The door fell off.
Hey, look, Dingle. I mean, with all your faults, despite the fact that you cost me in Band-Aids what I normally would have to put out for the water bill, you've always been a nice type fella who never gave me no trouble. But why all of a sudden do you have to go wrecking my front door?
Oh, believe me, Mr. O'Toole, I am mystified. I am absolutely mystified. The door just seemed to come off its hinges when I grasped the knob very lightly in my hand, my right hand. Well, I'll just set it here against the wall, and you can do whatever you need to make it better again. I bid you good day, gentlemen.
Jeez, O'Toole. What kind of drink did you pour him anyway?
Look it, there's that dweeb again.
Boys?
Hey, mister, why'd you come back, huh? I told you my dad had socked you in the jaw, and he did. Yeah, you're really asking for it.
Quite right. Only this time, I'm not going to Yancey Street, merely to that park bench to sit in the sun and collect my thoughts.
He talks funny. I got an idea. Give me the ball. You're gonna throw it at him? Yeah, knock his dumb head off. Bet you can't do it. Watch this. Oh, Jesus!
No, boys. That's not the best of all possible manners, is it?
Pretty funny. Go peddle your vacuum cleaners, you creep, and throw the ball back.
Think you can catch it?
He can't even throw it.
Oh, is that so? All right. Go back for a pass.
Sure.
Let me see now. How does one grip a football? Yes, I think I've got it. Ready? Here goes.
Whoa, look at it go! Right at that building. It's gonna hit the window.
Here's your lunch, Arthur. You want some soup with that?
Just let me read my paper here, okay, Lydia? I gotta go back to work.
You're always at work. Don't you like being home no more?
Too hot. The air conditioner don't work.
If you tell the super to fix it.
What the heck was that?
I don't know, Arthur, but you don't have to tell the super nothing, 'cause now we got a nice cross ventilation all the way to the next apartment.
Hey, mister, where'd you learn to throw a ball like that?
I really don't know. I don't know what's happening to me. What in the world is happening to me?
Get those kids! Down there! They broke my window.
We better get out of here.
Yes.
Out of the street!
A taxi! Over here!
Where to?
I don't care. Anywhere. I'm in a hurry.
Well, get in, pal.
Oh yes, of course.
Hey, you tore my back door off. What'd you do that for?
Oh, believe me, this is as much a mystery to me as it is to you. I'll leave it right here so you can fix it.
Now, how am I gonna do that?
Just let me catch my breath.
Hey, quit leaning on my car. You're tipping it over. Help! Somebody get me out of here.
Oh, dear me. You're pinned under the steering wheel, aren't you? Give me a second. There. You can get out now.
Did you see that? He lifted the car and turned it over.
With one hand!
I can't believe my eyes.
Most amazing thing I ever saw.
Who is he?
He's a hero.
What's your name?
No name. I mean, I'm nobody. Nobody at all. Excuse me, miss?
Yes?
May I share your park bench?
Yes, of course. It's not mine. I only come here in the afternoons.
With your charming baby, I see.
Oh, he's not mine either. I'm just the nanny. They want him to have his time in the park. You know it is.
Well, how perfectly lovely. Well, I don't, actually. No, that is.
You're not married?
Never.
Really? That's hard to believe. A nice, normal man like you.
Why, thank you.
For what?
Well, no woman's ever said that to me before, that, I'm normal.
You're joking.
I wish I were. I'm not acquainted with many women, hardly any, in fact, on the personal level. Gosh, I hope you don't mind chatting like this.
Not at all. I spend a lot of time here taking care of the baby.
Oh, cute little fella. I know what he wants.
You do?
Well, look up.
Where?
That tree branch above your head, there's an apple on it, and the baby sees that.
Really?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Coochie-coo. Aren't you the cutest little fella? Look, I don't want you to think I'm a masher or anything. I'm certainly not a masher, but I wonder if you'd mind answering a question.
That depends.
Well, what I mean is, looking at me, would you say, at least upon a perfunctory, cursory, very first surveil, would I appear to be abnormal in any way?
Not at all.
Oh, thank you.
Unless you plan to use that in the park.
Oh, that. Up to a few hours ago, I sold those things. Newfangled vacuum cleaners. Or at least I went through the motions. I was miserably bad as a salesman, just miserable. Would you believe it? Last week I made exactly 89 cents in commission. And that was for an attachment, an upholstery nozzle, and I sold it to a drunk who kept insisting it was a divining rod for alcohol.
Is that why you stopped?
Well, there were other factors. I expected to be fired today anyway, but, that's the least of my worries now. A few minutes ago, people were chasing me.
Why?
Well, that's just it, because they thought I was abnormal. Now, I ask you, would you be interested in hearing the source of my worries?
Go ahead.
Well, that apple, for instance, the baby wants it, but you can't reach it, can you?
No.
Not even if you put the baby down and stood up on the bench.
I couldn't put the baby down.
Oh, precisely. But what if I were to give you a hand?
I'm not sure.
Well, see, this bench weighs, I'd say 100, 150 pounds, and you're no more than 110 to 115.
Well, 125.
Well, what if I were to stand, reach down, pick up the bench by one of its legs, and lift it straight up into the air like this?
Please, put us down!
So that you could reach the apple, and you wouldn't even have to disturb the baby. Go on, reach over and take it. And then I put the bench down with you and the baby on it, right back down on the ground, as gentle as can be. There. Would you say that's abnormal?
How did you...
Hey, man, could you do that again?
Whoa, I'm not sure.
I got my camera with me. I sure would like to get a shot of that. Is it a magic trick, like in Las Vegas? You a magician or what?
No, it's just something that I've discovered I can do. Very recently, as a matter of fact. You see,
I better get the baby home now.
Let me just get the camera set up.
But the young lady's gone now. There's no point in lifting the bench with no one on it, is there?
Well, then do something else.
Or like what?
Anything.
Well, I don't know.
Well, at least let me take your picture. Stand right there by that big rock.
Oh, here? Oh, well, I suppose one picture wouldn't do any harm. Shall I take my hat off? Of course, then the sun would be in my eyes when I have to squint.
Well, can you show me your muscles or something?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe I have any muscles to speak of.
Oh, yeah, right. Say cheese.
Oh, wait, now the rock is in the way. Perhaps if you stand a few feet to your left?
And then the sun will be right in the lens.
Oh, in that case, I better move the rock. May I? Hold on 1 second.
Whoa! You lifted it just like that. It must weigh a ton.
There, young man. Is that better? I suppose you can snap my picture now if you insist.
Yeah, that's great.
Are you sure this is my good side?
Couple more. Oh, right. Wait till my editor sees this.
love of Mike, did you see this?
What do you got there, Callahan?
It's Dingle on the front page of the Daily Bulletin.
Let me see that. Hercules? No, it's Luther Dingle, 20th century Samson.
Good gravy, there's his picture. Picking up a giant rock. You mean this is our Dingle?
None other, by the looks of it.
And this is where I spend my afternoons, when I'm not working, of course.
Dingle, my old pal.
Hey, have a seat, buddy boy.
Mr. Luther Dingle, his favorite neighborhood pub. A regular guy who leads a regular life when he's not busy performing miracles. This is Jason Abernathy, and I'm here to bring you the full story on my eyeball news report.
So, who wants a drink? Step right up.
Yours, friend.
What's he really like?
What was his first feat of strength?
Did you always know he was special?
What's his secret?
Well, now, Mr. Dingle, Luther, is my #1 customer. Never goes to any other establishment. Ain't that right, boys?
That's the truth. I knew he had it in him. We was pals all the way back to grade school.
All right, who's next? Line up.
Mr. Dingle, if what I hear is true, do you realize how much money you could make on a tour with my international circus?
A circus, eh? I don't know.
Vegas, Atlantic City, Branson, Missouri.
Hey, don't listen to her.
Hey, Dingle, your future's in television. You're the walking, talking embodiment of every American male's wish fulfillment. You're John Q. Citizen, you're Babbitt, you're Tom, Dick, and Harry. We'll develop a sitcom around those values. A spin-off. After several guest spots, of course.
Well, I'm just not sure.
All right, well, how about an infomercial? A simple across-the-board address by you with examples of your physical prowess followed by product endorsements. It's a natural for breakfast cereals, vitamin pills, anything at all.
You mean like Jack LaLanne, the juice man, that sort of thing?
Forget it, Dingle. I keep telling you, boxing is a piece of cake. You line up with me, I'll get you a couple of real easy setups, and inside of 8 months, I'll have you fighting for the World Championship. Or if you want to go with the WWF instead.
All right, everybody. We're going on the air live in just a few seconds. Would the people around Mr. Dingle get out of the way, please?
I don't want to. Okay, on the air in 4, 3, 2, 1, and...
Hello, friends. Jason Abernathy here. Our unusual subject today is Mr. Luther Dingle, who, if what actual onlookers say is true, is the world's strongest man.
Oh, well, I know.
Mr. Dingle, would you give us an example of this fantastic, allegedly fantastic strength of yours?
Well, I'd be happy to. Mr. O'Toole, is it all right? You know, the thing we discussed?
What, are you kidding? I ain't done this much business since, well, I don't know when. Be my guest, Dingle.
Well...
Yes?
I'll start off with something simple. See this wall? Solid plaster. Supported, I believe, by wooden studs. I'll make a small X with my finger here, and,
You saw it! Mr. Dingle has just punched a hole through a solid wall with his bare fist!
Now, for my second demonstration... Oh, dear, let me see. You've heard of karate. I suppose I could simply just line up the edge of my hand with the surface of this table, my open hand, mind you, and with a single blow...
That's amazing! Would you call it mind over matter, Mr. Dingle?
Oh, no, I'd call it an example of matter over matter. You see, it doesn't matter what's on my mind, even if it's nothing at all.
Okay, Dingle. You just don't go breaking all my tables in half, okay?
Hey, better sit down, buddy. Have yourself a drink. Hey, you want my seat?
Not yet. I feel fine. Splendid. These bar stools are bolted down, aren't they? If, let's say, I wanted to move one a few inches...
See that? He ripped it right off the floor and he didn't even break a sweat. What a guy. Go on. Take my stool if you want.
Stand up.
Sure, why?
If you please.
Why are you looking at me like that? Oh, no. Wait a minute, Dingle. Ain't you ever heard of bygones being bygones? Put me down.
I see it, but I don't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, the man at the bar is 160 or 70 pounds, and Dingle is lifting him like a rag doll, twirling him over his head with one hand.
Oh, my aching back. That ain't funny.
There. Now, that didn't hurt too much, did it, pal? You're good as new. Well, almost. Gonna give you a hand up, pal?
Mr. Dingle, you're my hero.
He can do anything.
You better not pick a fight with that fellow. 'Cause
Had enough?
Most inferior. We give him the strength of 300 men, and he uses it for petty exhibitions.
What shall we do about it?
Give him 20 or 30 seconds more, and then remove the power.
Excellent. Then I think we'd best be off. 3 more planets on the itinerary. What is particularly interesting contains only females.
Set the ray for cancellation.
Check.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for my next feat, I think I'll lift this entire building.
Whoa!
Well, at least the ceiling, and hence all the floors above it. Step aside, everyone.
I don't know if we have a clear shot of this, but he's standing on his tiptoes, extending his fingers to the ceiling.
Here we go. Let me try that again. I can't seem to...
Something's wrong.
No, I just felt strange there for a second. Let me try another bar stool. Remember, they're bolted to the floor. 1 finger. No, maybe 2 fingers.
He's a fake.
The waiters this time was a trick.
What's the matter, Mr. Dingle?
The wall, then. I'll punch another hole right about here. Ow!
Well, apparently we've all been the victims of a charlatan. Cut. Are we still live?
Come on, let's get out of here.
That was a trick. That's all.
Just some guy looking to get his picture in the paper.
All right, leave off with poor Dingle here. Get out of here. Hey, come on, Dingle. Sit down. I'll get you some iodine for those knuckles.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have the station's apologies. We didn't realize that these were merely stage illusions.
And, okay, we're off the air. That's a wrap.
Off the air for good, I think. Let's go. So long, Samson.
Time to go.
Yes.
Wait, who are they?
Hello, boys.
Where are you 2 from?
Venus, how about you?
Mars. Conducting your own experiments?
Yes. And you?
Sudden introduction of strength to subnormal Earthmen. What is your experiment?
Sudden introduction of enhanced intelligence. Find any interesting subjects?
That one over there, referred to as Dingle. He is certainly subphysical, maybe submental too.
A likely subject. Give him the intelligence quota, Ray.
How much?
Oh, we'll make him approximately 500 times more intelligent than the average human.
What was that?
Hey, Dingle, who do you like in the doubleheader tonight?
Well, in this case, the laws of probability are interspersed with the finagling laws of chance, so through a process of calculus and a subdivision of grapple-based physical motivating and a divisional annotating, in this case, of course, using the 2 X factors as represented by the teams, the final score must of necessity be 5-3 Milwaukee in the opener, 6-0 Dodgers in the nightcap.
Yeah, what did he say?
Search me, Callahan. Let's have another drink.
It's on the house.
It is apparently on an advanced mathematical plan that the entire quantum theory of space and time relativity must, of necessity, be equated with the parallelian law of definitive numerical dialectical algebraic and can further be notated.
Exit Mr. Luther Dingle, former vacuum cleaner salesman, strongest man on Earth, and now mental giant. These latter powers will very likely be eliminated before too long. But Mr. Dingle has an appeal to extraterrestrial note-takers as well as to frustrated and insolvent bet-losers. Offhand, I'd say that he's in for a great many extremely odd periods, simply because there are so many inhabited planets to send down observers, and also because, of course, Mr. Dingle lives his life with 1 foot planted firmly in the Twilight Zone.
Mr. Dingle the Strong, starring Tim Kazurinsky, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and based on a script by Rod Serling. Heard in the cast were Peter DeVaria, Doug James, Richard Hensel, Turk Muller, Rick Peoples, Adam Tangway, Martin Hughes, Maria Stevens, Peggy Roeder, Roger Wolski, and Carl Amari.
There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition. It lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area we call the Twilight Zone.
Where is he? We should start anyway.
Pass me the coffee, Bob.
How long are we supposed to wait?
Gentlemen, I called you here for a meeting, but I don't have all day. You try my patience, Mr. Williams.
Yes, sir.
I want the figures on the account now.
I'll try to reach him again, sir. Put me through to Jake Ross's secretary. Yes, I'll hold.
Williams, we're still waiting for your Mr. Ross.
I'm trying to get him now, sir. Is this Jake's office, Joni? Yeah, I'm fine.
Mr. Williams!
I know he's out to lunch, but there was a conference called for 2 o'clock and it's 2:30. Yes, Mr. Mizrell's office. Where is he? All right, then check. Tell him to get his keister back here fast.
Well, where is your protege with the multi-million-dollar automobile account?
She's calling around the usual places, Sardi's East to Colony.
Don't be an idiot.
He's due any moment, sir. Probably stuck at a big client lunch or something.
More likely a big martini, or 3, or 4 of them.
Mr. Mizrell, I assure you
he was too young to put on this account. I told you that, Williams. Much too young for so large and important an account.
See? I knew it. Here's Jake now.
Message for Gert Williams?
Give me that.
We have been here now for 34 minutes, Mr. Williams.
This is a note from Jake Ross.
Would you be so kind as to share its contents with us?
I can tell you the sense of it very quickly, Mr. Mizrell. It's Jake's resignation. He's moving to another agency. And he's taking the automobile account with him.
That account represented a gross billing of millions of dollars a year. And how many times have you promised it to me?
This is as much a shock to me as it is to you, Mr. Mizrell.
Don't con me. It was your pet project, yours. And it was your idea to give it to that little college greenie. Get with the program, Williams. Get with it, boy.
I'm sorry.
So what's left? Not only has your pet project backfired, but it sprouted wings and left the premises. I'll tell you what's left for us in my view. A deep and abiding concern about your judgment.
Please.
This is a push business, Williams. A push business. Push and drive, but personally hands-on. You don't delegate responsibilities to little boys.
I don't feel well.
You should know that better than anyone else.
I have to leave now.
It's a push all the way, all the time, right down the line.
Hey, you don't look so hot.
What's the matter with him? Why don't you just shut your mouth, fat boy?
And who precisely are you addressing?
Who do you think, you ugly, bloated, self-important old... I'll clean it up, Mr. Mizrell.
He didn't mean that, sir.
I closed 2 new accounts. If I may...
Oh, no. Excuse me. Please, excuse me, all of you.
This is Gart Williams, age 38, a man protected by a suit of armor all held together by one bolt. Just a moment ago, someone removed the bolt, and Mr. Williams' protection fell away and left him a naked target. He's been cannonaded this afternoon by all the enemies of his life. His insecurity has shelled him. His sensitivity has straddled him with humiliation. His deep-rooted disquiet about his own worth has zeroed in on him, landed on target, and blown him apart. Mr. Gart Williams, ad agency exec, who in just a moment will undertake a desperate search for survival in the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone, and our story, A Stop at Willoughby, starring Chelsea Ross, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Oh, hi, Mr. Williams. You have some messages. I put them on your desk.
Thank you, Helen.
Are you okay, boss?
Just, let me sit down for a minute.
You don't look so good.
The ulcer's acting up again.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
You should take it easy. I can get you some lunch.
No, thanks.
Sure? Something plain?
I think I'll go home early today.
Oh, good idea. Well, can I get you anything first?
Yeah.
Anything at all?
A sharp razor.
What?
And a chart of the human anatomy showing where all the arteries are.
Tickets, please. Ticket?
Oh, right here.
How are you tonight, Mr. Williams?
In the absolute pink.
Cold winter this year. Seems to get darker earlier than it ever has.
That's the way of the world. The rich get richer and the days get shorter.
Isn't that the truth? Here's your ticket. Enjoy the ride. Tickets, please.
It's a push business, Williams. A push business. You gotta get with it, boy. A push business. Push. Got to get with it, boy. You got to get with it. Got to get with it.
That's enough.
Is anything wrong?
What? Oh, no. I was just thinking out loud, I guess.
Oh, I was afraid you were speaking to me.
Not at all. Sorry.
It is a boring commute, isn't it? It's easy to doze off.
Yes, it is.
All that darkness outside. You can barely see the landscape.
To tell the truth, I never paid much attention to it. But, now that you mention it.
I used to read, but I got motion sickness. So now there's nothing to do but wait for the next station. And the one after that, and I don't even know where we are at the moment.
I can't see any lights.
What's the next stop?
I've lost track.
That's funny.
It is?
Lost track?
Oh.
At least we're not off the track.
Not yet, anyway. Give it time.
Well, I suppose we could be anywhere.
Wait, do you hear that?
Hear what?
What's happening? Miss? Where are you?
Willoughby! This stop is Willoughby!
What do you mean, Willoughby? Where's Willoughby?
That's Willoughby, right outside.
There's no place called Willoughby on this line. I've taken this train hundreds of times. Where's the woman I was talking to a minute ago?
Woman, sir. This car's empty.
And the light. Why is it so bright outside?
Well, why wouldn't it be? Sun's out.
The sun?
It's summer. That's what she is. Mid-July. And a real warm one, too.
No, it's not. It's November. What is going on? Why are you dressed that way? That ridiculous old hat, the uniform. Where's the regular conductor?
Willoughby, 5-minute stop.
Wait. What is this place?
Already told you. Willoughby.
But that's impossible.
Take a look for yourself.
But those clothes... the horses... What is this, a practical joke?
No, sir. It's Willoughby, July 1888. Nice place, don't you think?
And there's the woman I was talking to. Where did she get that parasol?
You'd have to ask her. Getting off?
Well, this isn't my stop. Miss, you there?
Why, hello, Mr. Williams. Good day to you.
Hold on. Can you tell me...
Shall I open the door?
No,
You ought to take a look around sometime. Peaceful, restful, where a man can slow down to a walk and live his life full measure. If you're not getting off, you'd best take a seat. Yep, right on schedule. All aboard!
Port Saugatuck.
Pardon me, sir?
What? Oh, what did you say?
I didn't mean to bother you, but I didn't want you to miss your stop. Is this it?
No, that's all right. You got back on.
I did?
Oh. I must have dozed off again.
I don't blame you. At least you got a little rest.
I guess I did. A little rest and an idiotic dream.
Why do you say that?
Ever hear of a town named Willoughby?
I don't think so.
Willoughby where?
Willoughby, Connecticut, I guess, or Willoughby, New York.
Not on this run.
Are you sure?
There's no Willoughby on this line. Westport, Saugatuck, next stop.
Hello, Gart.
Jane?
I didn't hear you come home.
That's all right. I figured you'd notice sooner or later.
Oh, I see. So that's how it's going to be.
If you say so.
What are your plans this evening?
Do you care?
So you're going to get quietly plastered and sing the old college songs.
No songs. I'm all sung out.
Then you're just going to get drunk while I sit here and watch.
You can join in if you like.
No thanks. I don't have anything to celebrate.
Neither do I. It was just one of those days.
I guess it was.
How would you know?
Bob Blair's wife phoned. She said he'd been in a meeting with you. You got hysterical or something. She called to find out how you were.
They were all very solicitous, all the boys at the meeting. The kind of free-flowing compassion that spells relief for everybody because it means I'm the victim, not them.
That's a big word with you, isn't it? Victim.
Pour me another drink, will you, Jane?
Would you spare me your little homilies for once and just give me a simple, honest answer? Did you throw away your job this afternoon? Did you wreck your entire career?
It appears not. Mr. Mizrell phoned before I left the office.
And?
He has found it in that giant, oversized heart of his to forgive me.
Forgive you for what?
What's the difference? That gracious, somewhat obese gentleman will allow me to continue in his employ simply because he's such a human-type fella. Real people person. And one small additional reason. If I were to go to a competitive agency, I might take a lot of business with me.
Go on.
That's it. That's all of it. I'm tired, Janie. I'm tired and I'm sick.
Then you're in the right ward. We specialize in people who are sick and tired. Gart, I'm sick and tired of a husband who lives in a permanent state of self-pity. A husband with a bleeding heart sensitivity. He unfurls like a flag whenever he decides the competition is too rough for him.
Some people aren't built for competition, Janie, or big, pretentious houses they can't afford like this one, or rich communities they don't feel comfortable in.
Comfortable? Let me get this straight. You're not comfortable here? That's the one thing.
Country club memberships that they wear like a badge of status.
And you would prefer...
I would prefer, if anyone cares, a job, any job at all, Where I could be myself.
And who's that?
You know, where I wouldn't have to climb on a stage and go through a masquerade every morning at 9 and mouth all the dialogue and play the executive and make believe I'm the bright young man on his way up, because I'm not that person, Janie. You've tried to make me that person, but it isn't me.
You're right. It isn't.
It isn't me at all. And I'm not very young. I'm a soon-to-be old, very uncompetitive, rather dull, quite uninspired, average type of guy with a wife who has an appetite that won't quit.
And where would you be if it weren't for my appetite?
I know where I'd like to be.
And where is that?
A place called Willoughby. A little town I chartered inside my head. A place I manufactured in a dream. An odd dream. A very odd dream. Willoughby. It was summer, very warm. The kids were barefoot. One of them carried a fishing pole.
Oh, please.
And the main street looked like a Currier and Ives painting. Bandstand, old-fashioned stores, bicycles. I've never seen such serenity. It was the way people must have lived 100 years ago. Crazy dream.
Gart.
You should have seen it, Janie, this Willoughby. It wasn't just a place or a time. It was like a doorway that leads to sanity. A soundproof world where all the noise, the shouts, and the cries can't get through.
Nothing serious, Gart. It's just that you were born too late, and your taste is a little cheap. You're the kind of man who could be satisfied with a summer afternoon and an ice wagon pulled by a horse. My mistake. My error. My miserable, tragic error. To marry a man whose big dream in life is to be Huckleberry Finn. That's what you want, isn't it?
Something like that. A place, a time, where a man can live his full measure.
And what does that mean?
I don't know, but I'd like to find out. It's what that conductor said. A place where a man can live his full measure. That's where I'd like to be. Yes?
Mr. Williams?
Yes, Helen.
You've got a 2 o'clock, a 2:30, and a 2:45.
Is that right?
So I was wondering, should I cancel the 2:30 or the other one?
What?
The 2:45.
Which?
Oh, the 2:30 is the man from the baby food company. He's got an idea for an ad campaign, remember? And the one after that is about the frozen fish account.
Uh-huh.
Tough call, huh?
No. Well, I mean, it is. No, I was just wondering.
Which one to cancel?
Not that. What would happen, do you suppose, if I weren't here?
When?
For the meeting. Either one. Take your pick.
Me?
Or both.
You want me to cancel both meetings?
It's a hypothetical question, Helen.
Oh, but you are here.
Of course I am. But what if one fine day I just wasn't?
Well, I guess they'd have to wait around till you got back.
And if I didn't come back?
Then they'd reschedule.
And if I never came back?
Never?
Ever. Not in 100 years.
Well, in that case, somebody else would get the account.
Is that all that would happen?
And I'd miss you.
You would?
We all would.
Even Mizrael?
Well, he can be a bear sometimes, but...
But he'd get over it. He'd probably be relieved. And you would too. Somebody who really cares. Really cares about his accounts and keeping all his appointments. And after a while, it would be like I'd never been here at all.
Oh, Mr. Williams.
Isn't that true?
Mr. Williams, have I let you down in some way? Are you unhappy with my work?
Of course not. You're the brightest face in the building. Honest. The only one I really look forward to seeing every day. You do know that, don't you?
Then why are you talking about my working for someone else?
Not you, Helen. Me.
I see. Who do you want to work for besides Mr. Mizrael?
Oh, I don't know. How about nobody?
You mean go out on your own, start your own company?
Maybe eventually, if I felt like it, maybe not.
Freelance? That can be pretty tricky, can't it? In New York? It's none of my business, but...
Go ahead, say it.
Well, could you afford to do that?
Not around here, that's for sure. Do we have any courier knives?
You mean tea bags?
Oh, no, I mean, the engravers, 19th century illustrations. Have you seen any books like that on this floor?
No, I sure haven't. I can call the bookstore.
How about Norman Rockwell?
Maybe in the art department. They have a reference library. I'll check.
Oh, there's no hurry. I was just thinking about a boy with a fishing pole.
For the frozen fish account.
I don't think it was a Rockwell. I don't think it was any illustration I've ever seen.
What did it look like?
The real thing. The one those painters were working from in the first place. He looked like the real deal, you know? The original model.
Yes, sir. It's almost 2, so should I tell them you're not back from lunch yet?
Who?
The 2 o'clock and the 2:30.
No, I'm here.
You have their files?
Somewhere.
I brought them in.
I'm sure you did.
But if you haven't had time to look at them yet, maybe I should tell them to reschedule.
That would be a lie.
Not exactly. I can say you were at a long lunch.
No more lies, Helen. Not in this office. I don't have the stomach for it.
Hello again.
It's you. Please, have a seat.
You look like you caught up on your sleep. Feeling better?
Oh, tolerable. And you?
No complaints. It is a bit of a grind, though, isn't it? These long commutes.
Well, actually, I only take this train for the scenery. Some view.
Mm-hmm. The scenic route. If you like miles and miles of pitch-black fields, you can't even see the towns. So there's nothing much to do but grin and bear it.
It's an opportunity.
It is?
For conversation.
Do you know, I've never spoken to another soul on this train. They're all so wrapped up in their own melodramas.
Misery loves company. So, we might as well be miserable together while we're sitting here. Has to be more interesting that way.
Did you ever...
What?
It's silly. But did you ever want to get off at a stop where you've never been before, just to see what it would be like?
Which stop are you thinking of?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Pick one and see what happens.
Well, you'd be on your own. Nobody waiting. No car.
I wouldn't mind. There's nobody waiting for me anyway. Would you?
Not anymore.
Forgive me. Did I say something wrong?
Oh, it's just a... This is going to sound strange.
I didn't mean to get personal.
I think we're having the same dream.
What?
Sharing the same fantasy in a way. Remember the last trip when I dozed off? We spoke and I asked you about the next stop.
I was afraid you'd miss your station.
You see, I dreamed we came to a station I'd never seen before. You got off as if you lived there. I saw you outside walking around.
In the dark?
It was a bright summer day.
Nice. What was I wearing? Something stylish, I hope.
An old-fashioned long dress.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And a parasol. The kind with those little fluffs of the material around the edges.
Really? What color?
White, I think. Everything was old-fashioned. I could hear a band playing and the sun was up as high as it gets. It was the middle of July.
I'm beginning to like this dream. And did you get off the train so we could have an adventure?
That's the problem. I wanted to, but I didn't.
Why not?
I wish I knew.
Willoughby.
What did you say?
Well, last week you asked me about a town called Willoughby, Mr. Williams.
Oh, yes.
I looked it up. No such place as far as I could see.
You're sure?
Every old timetable I could find. Nothing with that name. Not even close.
Thanks anyway.
Where did you hear about it?
Oh, I must have dreamed it.
Probably did. Old-fashioned name. Sounds nice, though.
It does, doesn't it?
Nice place to visit, maybe. Don't know if I'd like to live there. You never know.
No, you don't.
Take it easy now, Mr. Williams. Next stop, Stamford. Stamford, next stop.
Is that the name of it? Willoughby?
It was.
You know, it seems familiar. They used to have different names, these towns, a long time ago. It could be you read about it in a book. Could be we both did.
I don't have much time to read.
It's almost as if I'm remembering something.
Don't tell me you believe in past lives. That's nonsense.
No, it's not that. But the name does sound familiar, and I do like the sound of it.
I do too.
Willoughby. Willoughby.
Willoughby.
What did you say?
Next stop, Willoughby.
The woman who was sitting there.
Woman, sir.
In that seat. Where is she?
No other fares in this car, sir.
But it was only a minute ago.
Good day to you.
Day?
All out for Willoughby!
It is day.
Getting out, sir?
Quick, what year is this?
Why, 1888, sir. What else would it be?
I don't know. I've
been away for a while, have you? Lost track?
Yes, in a sense. How long is the stop at the station?
Long enough to drop off and pick up. You have a ticket for Willoughby?
No,
Then you'd best take your seat. Though it is a fine, balmy day. A place where a man can live his life full measure.
Yes.
Hello there.
Hi. You did it. You got off.
Of course. This is where I live. Such a lovely afternoon. And I do believe I'll take a walk in the park with some of my friends. You're quite welcome to join us if you'd like.
All aboard!
Wait, the train started moving.
Goodbye, Mr. Williams.
If I can jump to the platform...
Oh, no, don't do that.
I can make it.
Too late.
I can make it.
Don't. It wouldn't be safe. Another time.
Yes, another time. We'll make a day of it. All these people.
Full car, Mr. Williams. Always is this time of day. There's your seat right over there.
The woman I was talking to.
I'm not sure that...
She's not here now.
Oh? Maybe she went to the club car.
Or got off.
Where? No stops so far.
She got off at Willoughby.
You on that kick again? I told you there's no such town.
I know. That's what you said.
Sounds like a nice place, though. A real nice place. Tickets!
Next time. Next time, I swear I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm going to get off at Willoughby. Yes, Ellen.
It's the big man on line 1. Should I tell him to call him right back?
Don't bother, I'll take it. Mr. Mizrell, morning, sir.
I wanted to remind you, Williams, what we need here is an ad with pizzazz. Real entertainment. You gotta take the audience by the ears and give them a yank. Rock 'em and sock 'em. Give them the old push, push, push.
My thoughts exactly.
Got to be bright, Williams. Bright with patter, hipness, and the whole thing push, 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 push. That's what the client wants.
I'm working on it.
Tomorrow morning, I'll need at least a preliminary storyboard. You know what I want. A solid format with some pops for the product, leading up to one big pop at the finish. And not just any pop this time. Light, color, explosions. I see it as a field artillery attack. We shell the audience with mortar fire, lay down some tactical air support, and establish a beachhead in their cerebral cortex. Then we send in ground troops and occupy the territory. There. What do you say to that?
I'll do what I can.
Do more than you can. With me, Williams, aspire. Dream big and then get behind your dreams big time. Push. Push.
Well, I haven't seen the ratings on the show. No, but it was the time slot the sponsor wanted. Hold on a second, will you? Yes? They were what? No, wait. Helen?
Yes?
What film outfit did the commercials on the Bradbury account? The negatives are all scratched. They're screaming bloody murder at me.
I'll send a fax. Oh, and Mr. Mizrell would like to see you in his office.
I'm going to have to check it out for you, okay?
Mr. Mizrell, sir, he got disconnected. He seemed rather insistent. Are you all right? You look so pale.
Oh, I'd like to be alone now.
Not the ulcer again?
Oh, please, just go.
I'll be right outside if you need me.
Janie, this is Gart, honey. Stay there, will you? Things are going to be different from now on, you'll see. I just want you to stay there. I'm coming home. Janie? Janie, please listen. I've had it, understand? I can't go on for another day, another hour. This is it. I've got to get out of here, Janie. Janie, help me, will you? Please? Please help me. Janie? Janie?
Another scotch, Mr. Williams?
No, thank you. Pretty empty in here today.
Well, that's because it's too early. Most people don't hit the club car till after work. Wait till the commuter run. They'll line up like kids in a candy store.
I bet they do.
You going home early today, Mr. Williams?
Yeah, my wife's waiting for me.
Oh, she is, huh? That's nice.
At least I think she is.
You call her and tell her?
That I did. I just hope she got the message.
Oh, I bet she did. Gonna take her out for dinner and everything?
If she's there.
Well, if she's not, you can just kick back and watch the game. Have the place to yourself. You win either way.
That's right. I'm the winner, not the loser.
That's the way to look at it.
Let me ask you something. You know that woman?
Which one?
She rides the train the same time I do. Except today because I'm running ahead.
Uh-huh. What does she look like?
Well, she wears an old-fashioned long dress and she carries a parasol.
In here?
Oh, no. No, I'm sorry. Not in here. That's not what she wears on the train. Only in Willoughby.
Willoughby? Where's that?
That's just it. I don't know. Oh, forget about it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just thought she might have come in here. Just till she gets to her stop.
Not many women in here today.
So I see.
You okay, Mr. Williams?
A1. Top drawer. See you next time.
Sure thing.
If there is a next time.
Oh, you changing schedules?
I might take some time off.
Good deal. Vacation, huh?
That's right. A vacation. A long one.
Ticket? Hey, you're early, Mr. Williams.
What?
Decided to call it a day, huh?
Yes, yes, you could say that.
Well, enjoy the trip.
Oh, conductor.
Something else?
You wouldn't happen to have a light, would you?
You want a cigarette? They have matches in the club car. No worse than a drink, I guess, if that's your poison. But you can't light up here. You have to wait till we stop at a platform.
Of course. I was just wondering if you could bend the rules this time. It's been quite a day. I need to unwind before I get home.
I used to smoke 2 packs a day. Had to give it up, though. Doctor's orders.
Right.
Said it was cutting years off my life. So I decided to stick around. You want to do that, don't you?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I do. That's why I'm going home.
There you are, then.
I have another question for you.
Yeah?
That woman, the one I talked to.
Which woman is that now?
Have you seen her in the other cars?
Can't say as I have.
Would you take a look?
If I see her, I'll let you know.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Some people didn't go to work, though. Cold day.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Be colder tonight. That's what they say. Looks like snow. You keep warm now.
I'll try.
Next stop, Stanford. Stanford.
Willoughby, next stop. Next stop, Willoughby.
This is where I get off. Stop the train.
Yes, sir. That's your station, Willoughby.
Need a hand with your baggage?
I don't have any.
Nothing at all?
Not a thing.
A good day to you, then.
Yes, it is. It really is a beautiful day.
All aboard!
Hi, Mr. Williams.
Hi.
We're going fishing.
I can see that. Catch some big ones today, huh?
The biggest you ever saw. Want to come?
Maybe some other time. It's pretty hot today.
Yeah, we're gonna get a sunburn, then go swimming.
That'll be fun.
Come on, we got an extra pole, and there's plenty of fish.
I'll bet there are. Bye, boys. Catch one for me, okay?
Sure.
Such a lovely day.
Too nice to stay indoors.
I want to hear the band.
Yes, the band.
I love the sound.
So do I. Beautiful.
Did you say something?
Not really. It's you.
Hello. Oh, it is you. I'm glad you decided to join us. I was on my way down to the park.
Where?
Oh, that's right. You just got here. Come with me. It's not far. I'll introduce you to all my friends, just as I promised. Then they'll be your friends, too.
I'd like that. I feel as if they already are.
Then later, perhaps we'll take a stroll by the lake. It's truly splendid with the moon and the stars and...
I like it here right now, with you. The trees, the stores.
The shops are my weakness, I must confess.
You've got some wonderful antiques here.
Antiques?
That beautiful grandfather clock in the window, for example, a classic. Wonder how much they're asking.
It's quite reasonable, I'm sure, even though it's new.
But it can't be.
Come along now. We'll be late.
Again. Again.
It's no use. There's no pulse.
It's a crying shame. He wasn't very old. You say he just jumped off the train?
Right here, in the snow, in the middle of nowhere. Never saw anything like it. Poor Mr. Williams. He shouted something, ran out, opened the door, and that's the last I saw of him. Thought he went to have a smoke or something.
Well, a heart attack probably.
Yeah, if the fall didn't get him.
Well, he must have died instantly then. At least he didn't suffer. Look at his face. Like he's at peace.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it.
All clear. Let's move it out.
Where should we take the body?
Out of the local mortuary for now.
Willoughby's funeral parlor?
That's the one. They'll hold him till somebody contacts the family.
All right, let's put him on the stretcher. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, lift!
Mr. Gart Williams, who withstood the slings and arrows that come with life in the fast lane for as long as he could bear them, and eventually sought respite for his torment in the only place left open to him, under a gravestone, who climbed onto a world that went too fast for him and then finally jumped off. Mr. Gart Williams, who might now tell us what really awaits us in the great beyond, because this too is very much a part of the Twilight Zone.
A Stop at Willoughby, starring Chelsea Ross, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was written for The Twilight Zone by Rod Serling and adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison. Heard in the cast were Rich Komanik, Peggy Roeder, Turk Muller, Lynn Foley, Laura Russell, Tony Castillo, Roderick Peoples, Linda Ryder, Jeff Lupetin, Mike Algedeff, and Adam Tangway.